I hope you want it rough, because I'm not going easy on you, James said in between kisses, as he ripped one Harriet throwing it to the floor carelessly, revealing her naked body. Her moans were more than confirming that Harriet understood him as she bit her lip, enjoying herself. A low growl escaped his lips as James peeled himself out of his clothes and started finger-fucking her at a fast pace, making her almost scream. The male knew exactly which buttons he needed to push to make Harriet give it to him. Harriet was a beast in bed that needed to be tamed over and over again, but that was why he couldn't get enough of her. Harriet gripped the sheets of James's bed hard as her boyfriend pushed his fingers up inside of her at a fast pace, arcing her back and screaming. Harriet wanted it rough and hard. James knew exactly what he was doing to her, which turned her on even more. The feeling of his fingers curling up slightly made her gasp, and his sucking, which constantly switched from the right pierced nipple to the left one, and vice versa, was just what she needed. Harriet loved every bit of it, but a small desperate whine escaped her mouth as he pulled his fingers out from her dripping wet air hole. James licked the sweet juices from his fingers as he wrapped his hand around her throat and started to fuck her fast. James stared at her, grinning deviously. You really enjoy that, huh? And with that he slapped her in the face. Harriet just moaned softly at that. So he did it once again, and he could see how much she enjoyed it, until she slapped back. It didn't stop him from doing it again, which made her laugh, grinning hungrily at the man who was fucking her. Harder, Harriet demanded breathlessly as he let go of her throat for a short moment. With an evil smile, James pulled out of her and slammed back in, making her scream in pleasure. Harriet craved for more, scratching over his back as she felt the lack of oxygen from him choking her. But she didn't want him to let go of her neck. But when he suddenly let go of her and pulled her from the bed and stood in front of her, she knew what he wanted. Let me suck that cock, please. I want to suck it, she begged, staring up at him as he petted her head softly. An evil smile formed on his lips as James slowly guided her head towards his rock-hard dick. Of course I'll let you suck that cock. You're so eager. How could I deny you of that? And with that, Harriet wrapped one hand around his shaft and she took his length in her mouth, looking up at him with lust-filled eyes. The female was a sight to behold to like that, at least for James, her hair falling in soft curls over her shoulders, the makeup she rarely wore, already destroyed, and her body language screamed, Fuck me. James looked at her as Harriet sucked him off so eagerly. Thank you.
Well, I have to go. That was
quite something. I didn't hear the whole thing, but, you know.
Thank you.
It was very good.